way far better than you could be following any other guy.
Yeah, we have a lot of males who think that they are men, and
delusion.
Yeah, so I just want us to talk about that. Yeah, what are the myths around manhood? And someone is there thinking that they are men, but they're just male. So there are myths around manhood. What are those myths? Lies that people believe about manhood, yet they're males. They have not transitioned from being males to manhood. So yeah, what are those lies people believe around manhood? Talk to me, gentlemen. Someone is just there, think that I am a man, yet they're males. You know, they are not really doing everything required, or everything shows that someone is a man. So there are myths around manhood. Yeah. So what are those?
I can say, you understand humility? Yeah, so every time humility announces herself, she's already out of the door. Does that make sense?
Come on. Wow. Please, you're going to help us understand clearly what you're saying.
It's like there are affirmations we can't give ourselves.
Come on, Romeo.
I can't stand up and I claim I'm humble. No, I can't. If I say I am humble and I know it, and I can testify.
Yeah.
The people you are telling already if you look at their facial reactions, they're like, okay, keep lying to yourself. Because
I know.
That's exactly what I would say to your question. Because it depends on who defined manhood to you.
Hello. Welcome back to Christ Represented Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Mukristo. Remember, we represent Christ in everything that we are doing.
Hello. Thank you so very much for tuning in again. I am your host, Eric Mukristo. Thank you so very much for the encouragement, for the positive comments, and the love that you're showing us. Thank you so much for always reaching out. You tell us the areas of improvement and how we can do this better. And I will never forget appreciating the work that you're doing in the background. And we wouldn't have really been here if it weren't for you. If it wasn't for your encouragement, and thank you so very much for being a blessing to our community. And today it is yet another privilege to host this podcast. And of course, I know that maybe you might be busy, you might be driving, you might be, doing something different, but today I am excited. Today I'm very happy to host my brothers. I know that they have been here individually, but today I have both of them. Men, let me tell you something. We are not going to go into too much introduction because you've met them before, and these men really mean a lot to me. So brothers, I'm super excited to have you back. Thank you so very much for your encouragement, and thank you so much for blessing us. And this is your second time coming here. For your first time you came individually, but today we are here, and we've been really building this friendship for a while now, and we do life together on a daily basis. And I really can't wait to see what we are going to to bring to our community today. So what's up, what's going on, friends? So good to have you here, brothers. Kevin.
Hi, thank you.
How are you, man?
I'm doing very well.
It's really good to have you here, man. You've been well?
I've been well.
Yeah.
How are you?
Man, good. I'm well, man. I'm super excited to have you back, man. You promised our community that you're going to come back, and you didn't take long to come back, man. So thank you so very much for coming again. Romeo, what's up, man. My guy?
So how are you?
Good, man. So good to have you back.
Thank you for having me again.
Man, let me tell you something. I didn't tell you this because I was waiting, for this moment. the conversations that we had, they really have positive comments. The people I meet in person, they really tell me, I know of some people who watched your episodes like more than 2 times. So it really means that you guys have really taught something and they loved you. So that's why I said, you know what, let me bring you back, and it would really be a good idea if we just sit 3 of us, and the conversations that we have on a daily basis, we just bring it in front of a camera, and maybe we benefit and will be a blessing to 1 or 2 people outside there. And you know, people, what we do, we represent Christ in everything we do, and that's what we are doing. 3 of us, we are in a community, and we are encouraging each other every single day. And today we have an interesting topic, something that we're going to be talking about, which is dear to us. You know, some people, maybe they're going to critique and to criticize and say, you know what, man, you are not qualified to talk about this. But let me tell you something, we are qualified to talk about this. So now we're going to be talking about manhood, and because there are so many different perspectives and contexts, but now today we are going to base more of you know, because we have a Christian community, and we are going to be, you know, basing a little bit more about the biblical perspective of who a man is. And yeah, of course, we are going to also to see, you know, what the culture, the society call a man. So brothers, let's get straight to into it. And I want to ask you, first of all, who is a man? What is a man?
Well, that's a loaded question.
I know.
Maybe,
yeah.
Maybe I would say we don't, not just being qualified. Being qualifying is simply being a candidate. Are you a male?
Are you a male?
Then you
I
qualify.
know.
So
I'm telling
age
you, man.
is just a number.
I know.
Whether you're a male, you qualify.
Wow. Awesome. Then who is a man? Who is a man? Like, what comes to our minds when we hear the word manhood or a man?
My father.
A father. A father is, you know, every male is a man.
A biological male.
Biological male. That is manhood. That is manhood. And so, you know, by definition, every male has the potential of becoming a man.
Yes.
And of course, as we grew up in our societies, there are qualifications or responsibilities of a man, and that's what we are going to be diving into. I want you to help me with a broader understanding of who a man is according to their responsibilities and what they must be doing. Or we know some of the sayings, you know, when you're growing up, they tell, man up, you have to be a man. You know, everything that you're doing, they remind you that you have to be a man. You are a man. And of course, when you are in teenagehood, they start really, you know, the responsibility, they start feeling a sense of security because you are just there, because there is a man in the house. So now, what are the qualities that are going to make a man, you know? So before we differentiate a good and a bad man, but we have to first of all generally know from a broad understanding who, like, the responsibilities of all the qualities of a man. Keve, what do you think?
I think there's a specific role that men have in front of maybe the government per se. There's a certain expectation you have as a citizen who is male. Family wise, as a father, there's another responsibility you have.
Yeah.
As a son, there's another responsibility you have. Now, as a man, I think there are different roles you have depending on where you are, but most of them kind of look alike, because if you're a father, you are expected, biblically, you're expected to cover your family in prayer. If you are a father to your children, they are expecting guidance, they are expecting to be the leader who's going to set the example for them. If it's government-wise, they expect you to be a male citizen who will defend your country, not just militarily, but defend your country in a way that show that you are proud of being that citizen of that country. There are specifics. It can be expected of a woman also to protect the family, to fight for our country and everything. But we are different, of course.
Yeah.
We are different, but in the way we express that can derive depending on where we are. But we have, as men, specific ways we have to show up.
Wow. That is already loaded. It's just a lot, you know. It is just a lot, but you've given us the broad understanding and different roles that a man has. So Rami, what do you think? What are the qualities or the responsibilities or roles of a man from a broader understanding?
Broader is, let's go broad. Then I'll say it's a gradual. It's gradual depending on what comes into play. And I would say I'd compare a man to a tree. You see, every tree it starts as a seed. So for that man, as a seed, he's still in his mother's womb. That man. So by the time the tree starts appearing, you mean that means you have been introduced, like you have come to earth, and you've been delivered, and then you move into stages. As a man, you move to a boy. From a boy, you move to a man. And then from a man, you move to a husband when you marry. And then from a husband, you can move to a father. You can be a husband without being a father.
Wow.
So the roles are gradual as time goes.
Wow. The roles are gradual.
Yes.
And wow. So those are the roles, different roles.
Those are different stages of phases of manhood.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh wow. So is that how we are doing manhood? Is how we are playing manhood, or there's something wrong somehow, somewhere?
There is always something wrong. Not every tree is a good tree. So
like I said, tell us more.
Like I said, so a tree, as a tree grows, you will either see whether you actually need to keep it in your garden, and if you don't need to keep it, that's where you can actually uproot it. Or you can, if it is a good tree, you will prune it so that it can actually grow in a good environment, and then like that. You know people, you know how our mothers could maintain gardens and they keep flowers. They're like, that one don't touch it, this one expose it to the sun, this one water it every day. Like there's always a particular way of treating a certain plant. So a plant and a tree are the same. So goes to people. Every man, you can put 5 men in the room. If you speak to everyone on each own, they're totally different. Yes, they are all men, same age, same country, but totally different. So it depends on the type of tree that man is or that man comes from.
So basically, if I am hearing you correctly, you're saying it depends on the environment of evolving and also growing. Shortly we are going to talk about that environment, because there is something or someone who's creating that environment for this boy, to move from those stages and where he becomes even a father. And so I want to know, is it possible to be a male but not a man? What do you think? Is it possible that you are a male but you are not a man? Because we've seen that there are stages to manhood and there are roles. Like every stage has roles and responsibilities and qualifications and demands, as a man. But I want you to help me, understand if there is a difference between malehood and manhood. Kevin?
That's a very good question, man. Because I remember quite a while ago, you see there were a lot of internet trends, and you would see a famous trend that would say toxic masculinity.
Wow.
And funny enough, as much as I I liked the people behind the movement, I still didn't like the word toxic masculinity, because masculinity can't be toxic. If it's toxic, then it's not masculinity. So a male can be a male, but he cannot be a man. I do agree 100%, because everything that defines a man is positive.
Come on.
A man is strong. A man is loving. A man is wise. A man is a fighter. A man is a leader. A man guides. A man teaches.
Wow.
A man is a warrior. A man. All these things are positive things. If we look into what God asks men to do, and how God speaks about men, it's always positive. So God didn't create a man in a bad way. That's why when you hear something like toxic masculinity, it doesn't exist, because it can't be toxic if it's masculine. Then a male can be a male, but he may not be a man, because in the roots of manhood there's good. Because God created us as good. So you can be a male and not be a man. And how that looks like, well, it looks like lack of integrity. It looks like lack of discipline. It looks like lack of intentionality. But then again, we can say that a male may not be a man, but he can be a man. We have to also always look at that possibility. A male can be a man.
Wow.
Yeah.
But something has to be done.
Definitely,
to move from malehood to manhood. Rumi, what do you think?
Yeah, we just make it pretty simple. It's manhood is a given, and malehood is a given, because they know you're a male.
I know.
From the time you're born, you're a male.
Yes.
Period. So, and as you grow up, your teacher might tell you you never amount to something, you never become anything. Usually teachers. You know, unforgettable teachers.
Because I am one.
I don't know about you. Me, the unforgettable teachers
I'm a good
have
teacher.
positive.
I know.
I love them.
Wow.
We're still in touch, and I would say it's aging. Usually we define men per age. And if we go age-wise, aging is automatic. Whether you like it or not, your birthday will come.
True.
But manhood is earned. Like, it involves a lot of personal development and you improving yourself for your own good, and it's a choice. So I would say aging is automatic, but growing is a choice.
Wow, come on.
Because as a male, you grow to manhood. So how are you growing? That growth, that's where the environment will matter. That's where the culture will also come in. Even your geographical location will come in. And then, so that's what I would say is the difference. One is a prerequisite of the other.
Okay.
You can't be a man before you're a male.
You're a male. True. Does manhood come with aging?
No.
Okay.
Like I said, growing is a choice. So
you choose.
From the day you make that choice to become better, to become a man that you want to become, that's where growth starts. Because I've seen have you heard of boy child or man child? Yes, like a man child. Like a guy is 40 years and above,
but he's a
boy.
But
if you sit with him, my guy,
wow,
he's blank. and you might sit with a 20-year-old,
and
like 20-year-olds of today, you can have a conversation. They can do things a 40-year-old might not be able to do, or doesn't even know they exist. Like the Gen Zs of today, crazy. It's they are hands-on. A 20-year-old today and a 20-year-old 10 years ago, totally different.
So what do you think the killers of manhood, what do you think destroys or takes away that manhood?
I would say the template you get as boys. Yes, as a boy, who is that man around you or in the neighborhood or in the family that you look at and you're like, that's a man. It is that person usually who can either make you or break you. It can be your father, it can be your uncle, it can be your guardian, it can be your any man who's around you as a boy. That's between the age 6 to 12. Because by the time you become a teen, you start withdrawing from parents, you start withdrawing from guardians, anyone who's older than you. You start withdrawing by the time you become a teen. But between 6 and 12, that man you look up to is the one who defines usually your entire, he sets the pace. And then you start seeing every other man in that picture. And when it comes to God, God is a bigger size of that particular man. So if that man is good, God is a very good and big guy. If that man is bad, you know the answer. If that man is toxic, you know the answer. So you can't think of God even in that sense, because the template you got was not ideal. You see no beauty in that. So that already kills you psychologically, mentally, physically sometimes if you're abused. It depends. So it's personal and it's a case-by-case basis.
Basically you're saying that manhood has to be nurtured.
Correct.
It has to be, cultivated from boyhood. Like, there has to be someone who's going to teach you how to become a man. So Kevin, what do you think about the killers, those things that are destroying manhood?
The things that are destroying manhood. I would say it's first of all, it's a lack of upbringing, the roots. It always usually starts in childhood. Usually, everyone agrees with this. Whether it's psychologists, whether it's teachers, whether it's biologists, everyone agrees that childhood is the main component that shapes who you become as a man. And the number one main killer, which I think will be very surprising maybe to the audience, is the number one killer is the lack of love. That
the lack of love.
Yes. Okay. Lack of love that young men don't get. And because we live in such a society where usually the father is absent, we believe that men are getting all the love they need. And yes, on one part, as a child, you get the motherly love. It's very important. I will stress on this. The motherly love is extremely important for the development of the child. But the fatherly love is also important. Now, that love of the father, when it's lacking, there's a certain gap that is in that boy. There's a certain lack that is in that boy. So I would say that's the number one killer. The second killer is the expectations from other men. Usually, if you look very well, if you take a time to look at teenage boys and how they behave, how they live, you will see that older men are the same teenage boys, but with just the difference of age, difference of job, because that environment they grew up in teenagehood, it was an environment where your teenage boys were expecting something from you, whether they expect how well you can fight, how well you can talk to the girls, how well you can smoke a cigarette, how well can you do this. It's always a test, because as men in community, we thrive by competing and testing each other and uplifting each other. Usually it should be in a positive way, but when you are teenagers, sometimes without guidance from those fathers who are missing, it's the negative. So now you grow up in that environment where you already have a set expectation of how other men should see you. if other men don't see me with a lot of ladies, then I'm not a man. If other men don't see me smoking, then I'm not a man. If other men don't see me wearing this, then I'm not a man. And then it keeps growing like that. So those are the killers. One, there's lack of a father's love as a child, and two, there's the expectation you grow up having that other men should expect you to be like. And those, I believe, are the two biggest killers.
Wow. One, you need that manhood to be nurtured, and that nurturing part of it is somehow missing, and also receiving a love from a father that who's going to, where that nurturing part of it is going to come in. So maybe, as we said, it's case by case, but there are scenarios where someone maybe didn't grow up seeing their fathers at home, and maybe they don't have even parents, and so isn't there a possibility of this person who grew up in such a brokenness reach to a point where they become true men? Is there any possibility of them growing up and yes, they did not receive that love and life was bitter in every corner, but I mean, should we give up on them, or there is a possibility if they do something? Please, shed some light on that.
Where do you want to start?
Go ahead.
If we go, I can say it's context matters, and the environment matters.
Come on,
Let's say you're born and there's no parent, no father, no mother around you, but there will be that place where you will find yourself, where you will actually become familiar to. Worst case scenario, it can be the streets. Maybe a better case scenario can be in the orphanage. Maybe another better case scenario, it will be in a household of relatives, where you don't have your immediate people. But usually there is that man. It can be, you can even see him on the street going. You can also see him in a community, and you can look up to that man. If you are able to reach out to them, you can speak to them. And it's never too late to learn. Because a lot of things we learn don't help us until we know better. Because as we grow, we are able to learn anything and everything. So as we learn, we are just accumulating. We are just accumulating and piling things we're learning. Until we know better, it is hard to unlearn and relearn and then learn again.
I know.
Like you, and then you take, like you don't start from scratch per se, but you start from experience. But how is the experience? The experience might not be very nice. It might be bad, and that experience is the one that haunts you your whole life until you know better and see better and experience better. So it's the experience usually that helps you, because there's always a way. There's always a way, and we can if we go biblical, if you are lucky to know God at an early age, you will heal quickly. You will heal faster, because you will get to understand that God has no grandchildren.
True.
So that will kill the picture of any male figure you have in your head. And your mother, sorry to the boys who have been wounded by their mothers, but we didn't come from our mothers. We came from God through our mothers.
Come on.
And for us to come, it took the fathers for us to actually make it out there. So we should be grateful. But the positions they put us in, it's not a position to actually be grateful sometimes, because you weren't consulted. Sometimes you come and then they abandon you, both of them or one of them. So it's really the experience. But when you are lucky and you get to know God, who knew you before you were conceived in your mother's womb, you will actually disregard a lot of ideas you have visualized and you have imagined in your heads.
Yeah.
All those scenarios you have in your head, they will disappear because you will realize even the pastors who are preaching to you, they are heading the same way you are heading.
Yeah.
They are not better off. They might have had both parents, but they might be worse off.
Yeah.
So it's a journey that is personal, and the sooner you get to know who the creator is and the creation you are, life will become simpler and easier.
Wow. What I'm hearing you saying is, yes, you might not really have that privilege of growing up seeing parents around, but that is not the end of life.
No, it's not.
There is a possibility of you being exposed to a certain level of education, information, where you are going to be a man that God created you to be, and you brought in the concept of God being, our Father is going really to teach you, and He is the best Father to learn from. And that is really good, because there are people outside there who grow up and they don't have a family around them, and they just give up on life. They, before you know it, they're on drugs. Before you know it, life is so bitter for them. But as you said, if you really are privileged enough to meet the love of God at an early age, your life is going to really be different. And of course, we also have those who have both parents, as you said, but they're not good. And that is not what determines someone becoming a man. What determines is the exposure of an information and knowledge that is going to help you transition from malehood to manhood. So basically, you might not have a biological father, but there is a father figure in your life somehow, somewhere. It might be your teacher if you're at school, it might be your boss at work, it might be someone there, a neighbor, so there is someone who can really play that role. And thank you so very much for highlighting that. So Kevin, what do you think about that? Yeah.
Honestly, I think me and Romeo have the same view on it.
Yeah.
But I would just say that you have to keep in mind that the ultimate role model is Jesus Christ.
Come on, yeah.
Because eventually, every man in this world is either going to lift you up and inspire you, but at some point you will see their flaws.
Yeah.
And if you've idolized them, you will get very easily swayed, because you will be like, oh, I didn't know this man could do this. That's why a lot of men, you see, they leave church and everything. They're like, oh, I didn't know the pastor could be like. It's like, no, the pastor is not Jesus. The ultimate role model has to be Jesus.
Come on. Yeah.
So everything Romeo said, I'm with him. Just add that the ultimate role model is Jesus. You look at him, you look at how he lived his life, and aim there. If you aim there, you're already way far better than you could be following any other guy.
Yeah, we have a lot of males who think that they are men, and
delusion.
Yeah, so I just want us to talk about that. Yeah, what are the myths around manhood? And someone is there thinking that they are men, but they're just male. So there are myths around manhood. What are those myths? Lies that people believe about manhood, yet they're males. They have not transitioned from being males to manhood. So, what are those lies people believe around manhood? Talk to me, gentlemen. Someone is just there, think that I am a man, yet they're males. They are not really doing everything required, or everything shows that someone is a man. So there are myths around manhood. Yeah. So what are those?
I can say, you understand humility. Yeah. So every time humility announces herself, she's already out of the door. Does that make sense?
Come on. Wow. Please, you're going to help us understand clearly what are you saying.
It's like there are affirmations we can't give ourselves.
Come on, Romeo.
I can't stand up and I claim I'm humble. No. I can't. If I say I am humble and I know it, and I can testify.
Yeah.
The people you are telling already if you look at their facial reactions, they're like, okay. Keep lying to yourself. Because
I know.
That's exactly what I would say to your question. Because it depends on who defined manhood to you and the person you looked up to.
Yeah.
And if you, let's say if your father, usually a boy, statistically becomes 92% like his father, and that is if you got to live with him your life, and then you actually look up to him, and that means he has been a good father, not in every way but in some ways. And you see him, he goes to work, he drives this car, he has an office, he's probably an employee, and then you look up to him like that. So for you, that's your future perfect scenario. As a boy, you're like, by the time I become a man, I need to leave in the morning, I need to drive my car, I need to go to the office, and I need to have people I report to, and I need to also leave office by 5 p.m. That's the future perfect scenario as a boy. So the moment you get there, you realize actually, no, this was not it. Because all you see is not all there is. All you see is not all there is. Like, there is more than that. There is beyond that. It's just that the person who probably introduced you to that is that limited. And that's the farthest you can see. So it's what we have seen and what has been defined to us. The prior knowledge we have basically of a man is what drives us. And depending on where it comes from, that's what manifests. So if that same father used to love having multiple cars in the compound, if they have 5, you will think having 6 may make you a better man. If that person has a building, you think if you have 2, you would have beaten him. If that man has trucks, you will want to have more than him, so that you feel like you have outdone him. But is that manhood really? That's not. So all those are myths, and I think what is not a myth is the intangible manhood. Yes.
Come on.
Something that is not tangible, something you can't touch, something you can't show, and something someone has to experience to actually know you're a man. And that's why I said you can't affirm yourself. But do you know, the moment your father says you're a man, my guy, done deal.
Too deep.
Done deal.
Too deep.
The moment your father says you're a man, the moment your mentor tells you you're a man, the moment your pastor tells you you're a man, the moment even the lady can tell you that, but you will not.
Too deep, man.
You won't be convinced, but it takes a man who's ahead of you and probably where you would like to be to affirm you.
Too deep, my brother. So basically, I've seen people defining manhood with what they own.
Possessions. No.
Yeah. That because I have this and that, I am a man.
That's like playing Monopoly. You know Monopoly the game?
I know.
You know Monopoly the game?
Yeah,
it ends. Yeah, at the end of the day, it comes to an end. But are you playing Monopoly or you are playing eternity? What game are you playing?
Come on, Romeo. Come on. Too deep. Too deep, man.
So the Monopoly game is the life we are living. We are living literally Monopoly life.
Oh, come on.
The way that Monopoly game is, that's the life we live. Because you see how life is structured.
Yo, come on.
You know taxes, you know banks will come in, you know.
I know.
You will buy and possess, but by the time you die, you only need 2 meters.
I know.
2 meters and
man.
and 3 days later the skin will have gone.
Basically, a male can die, but manhood doesn't die.
No. Manhood.
Come on, that's really powerful. So Kevin, I'm going to ask you a different question.
Okay.
So let's talk about the source of manhood, which is God. Already you highlighted it already. So what is a biblical man? Who is a biblical man? What does the Bible call a man?
A biblical man. A biblical man. First of all, it's a man who submits to God.
Come on.
Yeah, because I know so many guys, when they hear the word submit,
ego comes out and
I
says,
know, right?
You know what?
Yeah, a biblical man submits. And it's not a question. You submit
You have
to
to
God.
be submitted.
And when I say submit, it doesn't mean that, of course, there are times where it will be difficult.
Yeah.
Even for me, there are times it's really difficult because as men, we have this inner thing that always wants to take over and take control. But then you always have to remember there's a father up there.
Yeah.
Yes. That I would say that defines a biblical man, submitting to God. If you remember very well, I think David is called a man after God's own heart. You keep really submitting to God. That's really the main definition. Everything else can be secondary.
So the primary thing is to be submitted under God's leadership. Being submissive. And when it comes to men, let me tell you something. But when it comes to males, it is so hard to submit. But when someone is really transitioning from malehood to manhood, it is so easy to submit themselves under God because they know that God is their source, the source of their identity, the source of everything that they have. So Romy, what do you think? On top of submission, who is a biblical man?
A biblical man is a spiritual man.
Come on.
Yeah, so the Bible usually there are phases. We are natural men as we are born. You see, when a baby is a baby, when you're still like a newborn, we all say cute baby, but that's a cute young sinner. You don't know. You have no idea what that kid is gonna do when they grow up. You have no idea. So it's the source again, and it's the source is God. So I would relate it with the creator and the creation. So what you don't understand the purpose of a thing, you end up you misusing it or abusing it.
Yeah, come on.
Let's say this microphone. It's here, we are using it to project our voices. But if you use it and you're using it in the bathroom, will it be serving its purpose?
No.
Yeah. So you either abuse it or misuse it. So it takes the knowledge of the idea the creator had in mind. What did the creator have in mind to actually have this? We need to get to a point where we are like, why am I here? Why am I me? Because we are all different. And we have different purposes. All together, all of us, we form one body whose head is Christ, but on that body, what part of the body are you? Are you on the body as an arm? Are you a finger, or you just a nail? As in, what are you there for? So, if you're the hair, they will keep cutting you. They take you to the barber shop. They keep cutting it, but they give it shape. So it's just understanding the purpose in the mind of the creator. Who's the source? So if it's people, no man makes man.
Right.
Only men can lift men and elevate men. But it's that also comes in. It's a story for another day, but it comes into power and authority. Men can give you power, but they can't give you authority.
Right.
Authority is just one.
Wow.
It's vertical.
Wow.
That's why we have believers' authority. So authority and power. Power is here, which is sometimes confused to be authority. But authority is one. Authority is one, and all believers have the same authority. So you and your pastor, you have the same authority long as you are in Christ and he's in you. So it's just, it kills, the authority kills the ranks, but power gives ranks.
Wow.
So the source is authority. So it's from faith to faith. No in between.
So as you already said that man came from God, and for him to understand his purpose, he needs to go back
Correct.
to God. And God is the source of their identity. God is the source of everything that they really have, to know about themselves. And so there is a concept of learning, because you talked about growth. And, biblical men, they keep on learning and growing and everything to imitate Christ and to become more like Christ. So I want you to talk about that, the learning part of, nurturing that manhood. What do you think about learning, growing, basically? How does growth contribute to, to manhood and maturity of manhood?
Growth as in spiritual growth?
I mean, spiritual growth, but, how does spiritual growth come? Yeah, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Spiritual growth, how does it come? Spiritual growth starts by awakening, of course. There's the realization that you need God, because many people pray, many people go to church, many people do whatever, but there's that time where it becomes a complete awareness. You're like, I need God. I cannot live without God. To the point where usually it comes after salvation. But it's that point where you're like, when you're not living, following God, it happens to me when I have those days where I'm not on the path. I'm like, hey, I need to go back. So that's the one thing, the realization that you need God. The spiritual growth also comes with purpose. And purpose is actually an important thing. I think maybe we will have another video for it. Purpose is extremely important. There's a study they made. You see that there's this thing they keep saying that men need to open up, men need to talk about their emotions, because men's mental health is going downhill and everything. But there's this study they made where they put men in one side and other men in another side. And the men on the left side, they were constantly affirming them, giving them positive thoughts, positive affirmations and everything. And these men, their mental health improved, but it didn't improve much. And then there were other men who were given tasks to do, tasks that were really beyond their own strength, but where they had to work together to have a vision and everything. And these men, their mental health went up. So purpose is extremely important for you as a man, and spiritual growth gives you purpose, actually, because you cannot say you're growing spiritually and you don't know where you're going. You cannot say you're growing spiritually and you don't know where God is waiting for you to go or waiting for you to get at. Because the more spiritually you grow, the more God actually starts sending you messages. It's like, I want you to do this, I want you to do that. You cannot have that without spiritual growth. And then spiritual growth also gives you a new access to different men. And these are men who have probably been where you were, but most importantly have been in a journey themselves, whether it looks like yours or not. But these are men who can tell you, hey, I've been on this side, maybe it looks like yours or it doesn't, but this is the way forward. So I think those are the three things. There is the spiritual growth gives you that awareness that you need God. That's one. Two, it gives you purpose. Spiritual growth, without spiritual growth, you can't have purpose. And then three, there is a community of men who are going to really guide you away.
That's so profound, brother, and thank you so much for sharing that. So we've already seen that biblical manhood is, being rooted in God as the source of your being, where you're going to to get your identity, knowing who you are, and your purpose, which is the reason why you are created. And and that is where we have actually to get the true definition of true manhood. There is this myth that came to my mind, and Romy, I want you to tackle on it. If you have something to add on what he said, that's okay, but also tackle on this question that you become a man after a wedding. Now if you
sorry, I'm not a man.
That if you are not married, you're not a man.
No, I will speak slightly just to add on what Kevin said. The spiritual growth, it's I think it comes in 3 phases, like he said. There are 3, and I like to refer to them as ministries. The first is salvation, like you actually to get saved. It's the ministry of the Holy Spirit, because he convicts you, and then you realize how you actually need to get saved, because we all have one Savior. And the second ministry is the ministry of the Word, like the Word. You reading the Bible, you reading the Bible yourself, because the Bible actually reads you as you read it. And the more you grow, the more you actually minimize, because you realize you actually don't know, because by the time you get to know more than you knew, you realize how much more you actually need to know. So you grow small as you grow big.
Wow, come on.
I don't know whether it makes sense, but
It does.
that's how it goes. And then that's the stage that takes long, because it's the sanctification process. That's where you're being sanctified, and it is also gradual. And the final stage, which we are all pursuing, and I hope we all meet there, is glorification. That's the end goal of any believer. Like literally, everyone who speaks of God, that's their end goal. Let them lie to you. That's their end goal, is glorification. If you don't get there, you still fall short. You still fall short. So no one is perfect. No one is perfect, and like the Bible says, all have sinned and fall short of God's glory. It's not like they fail, they fall. So it's continuous, it's present continuous. So it keeps happening. However good you are, bad you are, you still fall short. So how you fall short is personal. Probably I eat too much. That's gluttony. So that's probably how I fall short. Probably I drink water when my doctor has told me to not drink water. That's a sin. So it's the way we fall short is very personal. And it all depends on, not to be legalistic, but there are do's and don'ts. There are things you really don't, you no longer do. There are things you used to do, and you look at yourself, you laugh at yourself, you're like, wow, I used to do this. Facebook is the winner for this. You know, when you see a post you posted 10 years ago, you're like, oh, this is how my English was.
I know.
Like, you realize how much you have grown. Time to time. And then that's how growth is the same. So spiritual growth, it just takes teachability. Once you're teachable, you can grow into anything. Once you're teachable, you can grow into anything. And the question of being a man after marriage, that's a wrong aspect. So does that mean Paul is not a man? Paul the apostle?
I'm asking.
Does that mean Daniel is not a man? The 3 Hebrew boys, are they not men? It's a mindset. It's a mindset, and the Bible calls us not to conform to the standards of this world. So we are literally called to be non-conformists.
Right.
If you are going by the Bible, we are supposed to be non-conformists. So are you conforming or you're not conforming? If you are conforming, what are you conforming to? Because what's the end goal? To whatever you're conforming to, what's the end goal? Is it glorification, or it is that title or position before your name? What's the end goal? So that's, we are driven by different things, and we define manhood depending on what we believe. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I know many men who are not even 25.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is so profound. And as we come to an end of our conversation, I want each of you to answer this question as we wind up this up. So, what does a biblical man do? As in their responsibilities, their roles. We've talked about the general roles and responsibilities of a man, but now specifically on what the Bible requires for a biblical man to do. Yeah.
Okay. I'll look into my favorite characters in the Bible. There is Solomon, really my all-time favorite. There is Paul, and then there is David. If you look at them, they have a similar pattern of giving value to prayer, to repentance, and to also sending a message to the people. I believe now that a biblical man, number one, he is supposed to always open up his heart to God, no matter the circumstances. David was able to open up his heart to God even after he had killed someone, even after he had slept with the man he just killed. Solomon was able to open up his heart to God even after having thousands of wives and after really ruining the mission God gave him. Paul was able to open up his heart to God after killing people, literally. And a biblical man always opens up his heart to God, no matter the situation. Because one thing you will see in a lot of us men that we struggle with, it's shame. Men struggle with shame a lot. And the women don't see that because men put on a facade, but as fellow men we know it. We know how much we struggle with shame, especially when it's that time to get to the altar and talk to God. You're like, oh my goodness, God already expects me to do this, and I didn't do it to the level he wanted me to, or I didn't even do it at all, or I did the opposite. Shame is a big thing in manhood, and if you can't open up your heart to God, then you're really going to struggle a lot. And one of the things I've noticed, whether I'm talking to usually when I'm talking to men who are saved but don't want to follow the journey of following Jesus, usually they have an issue of going in front of God and saying, okay, you know what, take my life and guide it. I've been the worst kind of man I've ever thought I could be, but I am not. God, I'm opening up now. Opening up to God is I think it's the main thing that describes the biblical man, because everything else comes later. The guidance, the spiritual growth, everything really comes later. But if you're able to open up to God, then you are a biblical man.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. Romeo?
For me, I would say it in three parts.
Yeah.
First is know your God. Know the God you actually pursuing as a biblical man, and that involves quite what he just said. As prayer, spiritual habits, basically. Spiritual habits. What are your spiritual habits as a person, not as a church, as a person?
Yeah.
It's basically putting God first, and then putting family second, just after God. So as a biblical man, you need to be present in that home of yours. You don't need to compromise anything for the family. The family is not a sacrifice. The family is a calling as a father, as a man.
Amen.
The family is a calling. So
profound,
because those kids are not your kids. You are just a steward.
Come on,
so
man. Come on, brother.
You're just a steward. So
wow.
What do stewards do? Do you leave your money on the table and you go? Because you know you're stewarding it. You keep it at the bank. You buy a safe at home. You're stewarding. So that's how you should steward your family under your care.
Yeah.
Because you're the head of the family.
Yeah.
The wife submits to you, the kids submit to you. What they say and you say nothing, you have literally said yes in the spiritual realm.
Wow.
Yeah.
And whatever you speak back to, the spiritual realm acknowledges what you said as a father. So if you're not present at home, what decisions are being made in your absence? Your absence equals your silence, and your silence equals a yes to God. Because you are not there to actually call them out. You're not there to teach them better. You're not there to show them better. So whatever they decide to do, shame on you. It is you literally, you abandon your family. So the moment you're not present at home, say it's something is not right. And lastly, it's church. You need the church to belong to. We all need a local church to belong to. Don't go to this church because your father goes there. No. Don't go to this church because your mother goes there. No. Not your friends. Not.
They have a nice building.
Get your local church, and then you also find a way of serving. And if you're serving, you plug into 1 or 2 ministries. When you understand your purpose, you will know where you can actually serve better than here. And then if you're serving more than 2 ministries, I think it's a burnout. Yeah, because you don't need too much. Yeah, 2 ministries are really good. One is okay. 2 are better. 3, yes, if you can manage. More than 3, burnout awaits.
I know. Wow.
So God first, family second, church third.
Wow.
The rest will follow.
Wow. So, brothers, thank you so very much for sharing your wisdom. I know what it takes for you to be at the level you are. It really takes a lot of learning and that humility. Personally, I just honor you. I love you, and I love doing life with you, man. You stretch me, you challenge me, and thank God that we are doing life together, man. And thank you so much for always blessing our community. And you are men. I've really tested and seen that you are guys. What you say is what you are. You are not different from your actions. Really are reflecting your words. And thank you so very much for being good teachers in my life, and thank you so much for contributing something to our community. The last question: how can our community connect with you? Because I know that they really maybe have questions which they might not ask in the comment section, but how can they just connect with you? If you can just share your socials, and then from there we can call it we can come to an end of our conversation. So give it.
Well, honestly, my social media is kind of not on the right track, because when it comes to Instagram, I deactivate it whenever I want. When it comes to WhatsApp, sometimes I will not check the message, but you can send me an email.
I know.
No, seriously. If it's a serious matter, send me an email. Send me an email. Then you can write to me, kevinmanzi99@gmail.com. And really, if it's something related to this topic, just be as open as you can and write everything.
Awesome. Romeo.
For me, I'm reachable, and I would say WhatsApp is my office. WhatsApp is my office, so I tend to be online almost every now and then. And then the second favorite app is LinkedIn. LinkedIn, I'm reachable there. Twitter, X, former Twitter. And then Instagram and Facebook, it's on and off. It's for fun for me, but you can also get me there. Okay.
So I think we are going to pin your socials down there, and then maybe they can reach out. So thank you so very much. And again, I am your host, Eric Mukristo, and remember, we represent Christ in everything that we are doing. And if you have been following us, thank you so very much. That is a huge support that you are giving us, and the more you support us, the more we grow. And may God bless you so much. And you remember, if you want to become a man, you need to know everything that these men talked about for you to transition from being a male to a man. So God bless you so very much. We love you and we can't wait to have you next time.
Hello. Welcome back to Christ Represented Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Mukristu. Remember, we represent Christ in everything that we are doing.